Thunderhawks, I sent you.
I know. I don't want to play Thunderhawks. Can we not play Thunderhawks?
All right.
Okay.
I sent you.
I got you. I got all the stuff you sent.
All right.
I got them loaded up
You don't
here.
like Thunderhawks?
I do not like Thunderhawks.
I thought you did.
No, I don't.
Do you like the AC/DC song?
Not really. It's all right, but.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
You should put this in the show. So you don't really like the AC/DC version, and you really don't like the Seahawks version.
I really don't like the Thunderhawks version.
Oh wow. What is it about it?
That I'm singing on it.
It's both of us.
I know.
Like chanting. It's not that big of a deal.
I know. I just don't like it.
Huh. Crazy. I love it. I love you singing, Sly. Yeah. Woo!
Was that Warren Moon?
From the NFC Championship game. Yeah, I do.
Never saying.
Oh, wow. This is Whitesnake, dude.
Yes, I was at a drive-thru the other day, and this come on the classic rewind.
I'm surprised they play this on the radio anymore.
I was surprised, too. I hadn't heard it before.
It's so dirty, too.
Or actually, no, it wasn't. It was on Rock Bar, they call the channel.
Satellite radio?
Yeah.
Rock bar.
Rock Bar.
What the heck's a rock bar?
They play hard rock musics, and then every once in a while they'll give you a drink recipe.
Wow. Heavy metal bar coming your way.
That's right.
Hold on. Let's check out David Coverdale's scintillating lyrics.
He's such a wordsmith.
Right here it comes. The top of what?
I thought it was the bottom you were always trying to hit.
Right. Slide it in. Slide it in.
Maybe he's around the backside there.
Whoa. Whoa, Nelly.
You talk too much. Shut your hole.
Okay. Peace of mind. Slide it in. Ooh.
They should play this on Sunday Night Football for the opening. Better than that country crap they play.
Baby. Michelle Tafoya would freak out.
She's still doing the games?
I hope so.
She's got to be getting up there.
Yeah, but I like her still.
Is Al still doing the games?
Al Michaels?
Yeah. Is Al still doing Sunday night with Collinsworth?
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever give that up. They're going to have to kick them out of the booth.
Well, Collinsworth's not that old, but Al's been around forever.
Now, do you hate Collinsworth like everybody else talks about?
I don't hate Collinsworth. No, I think he's all right.
He's kind of funny.
Yeah, I like him better than Tony Homo and Aikman and those guys.
You just hate all the cowboy.
All the Cowboys, yeah.
Romo's fun to listen to.
He is.
Don't you think so?
I got to be honest. I don't know what games I've watched with Romo doing the color commentary. Now, who's his partner?
In life?
No. On the play, who does his play-by-play when he's doing color commentary?
Jim Nance, the golf guy.
Oh, he's with Jim Nance?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nance and Romo.
That's the CBS 1-2 punch, huh?
Yep, number one team. Yeah, Romo last year, everybody liked him because he was like calling out plays before it happened.
The CBS Boys song.
How'd you come up with that so quickly?
I do a little bit of prep work.
Cool. Yeah, I sent you some songs and you don't like any of them.
I don't like one. I definitely don't like one.
That we created just for this show.
No, not for the podcast, but not for this specific podcast.
Okay. So, somebody asked me the other day, they told me, you guys don't really intro the show anymore. Like, we don't come on and say, hey.
Here's what we're going to do?
No, I'm Sly, and that's Rob.
Well, it's been, 6 years? If you don't know who we are by now, then...
Well, it's like everybody says hello to their audience.
Oh, okay. Well,
so hello, Eddie.
Is that who was talking to you about that? Is that who was critiquing you?
A shout out to Eddie.
And here's my hello.
Hello. Who's that?
Hello.
It sounds like my mom.
Hello.
Your mom? Your mom was in Animal House?
Hello.
Maybe. She's pretty crazy. I wouldn't doubt it.
That was shot in Oregon.
Right.
Hello.
In Oregon. Who's doing that?
That's Flounder. That's when they were in the dean's office and he was going over their grades. He's Mr. Dorfman and he goes,
hello.
That's a woman's voice.
No, it's not. That's Kent Dorfman.
Hello.
Dorfman.
And then he reads him his grades and tells him this.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Who says?
Yeah, we're living proof that that's okay.
So, yeah. I'm Sly, that's Rob. No, the other way around. You're Sly, I'm Rob.
Yeah, you better get another drink going.
Welcome to the Sly and Rob show.
Yeah, glad to have you.
We are here on a Wednesday night, about 8:30, trying to sneak in under the wire. What do we call this? It's not our preseason show. It's our
big NFL special.
Yeah, NFL preview show.
That's right. Our action-packed NFL show.
Let's just get right to it. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
This year?
I got lots of headlines to talk about, but...
I can tell you who's going to win last year.
New England?
The Eagles.
Oh, okay. Philly.
Philly. I just watched a special today on that Super Bowl.
I watched it too.
Oh, on ESPN? The Philly?
Well, I watched it on NFL Network.
Oh, I saw it on ESPN. Same show, though.
Yeah. It
was made by NFL Films, so it's the same show.
On FS1, too. Everybody has it.
Wow.
Can you name the one team that beat both the Eagles and the Patriots last season? Nope.
Oh.
We didn't play New England last year.
Oh.
We beat
the
Philly.
Year before they did.
Yeah. But last season it was, who was it? Kansas City.
Oh, yeah. Opening day, they beat the Patriots' ass, and then
Beat the pants off of them.
Yeah, the first 4 weeks, Kansas City looked like they were going to win the Super Bowl last year, and then
The first half of the season.
Then they went to hell in a handbag.
Yeah, Tennessee was even able to beat them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, it's no wonder that New England gets a home field advantage every year playing in that division.
Yeah, they play the Jets twice, the Bills twice, and Miami twice.
Yeah, they always like mess up and lose to Miami once per season, but that's at least 5-6 wins right there.
Yeah, just in your division.
Right. I got to pull up my show notes because there's a lot of them in there. I'm just going off the cuff right now. My show notes are dated 9/1/18, which was, of course, last weekend, Labor Day weekend.
That's correct. That was the Saturday.
Were you working?
No.
Oh, I was out of town.
You were hunting for Sasquatch.
That's right, up in the mountains of Prescott, Arizona.
Prescott, Washington. I never heard of that place.
My mind's twisted and confused right now. I don't know where I'm at.
You're at the new Studio B.
That's right. We're still trying to work out the kinks of our new studio, evidently.
Well, we're getting there. It sounds pretty good right now.
Yeah, we won't go into the messy details of what we tried to do beforehand, but barely working now.
They have less trouble putting on the Olympics, NBC does, than we have doing this little podcast.
Well, they have better internet.
Intranet?
Internet. Is that what it's called? The internet?
I don't know. Ask Al Gore. He made it. Ask him what he wants to call it.
Yeah, we're getting off topic. So, do we save the? This is going to be our NFL preview / prediction show. Do we save our Super Bowl predictions until the end?
Yeah, let's save them until the end, so I got time to think some more on them because I don't have any right now. I honestly don't have a clue right now who. I think I know who's going to win each division, but I have no idea who's going to run the table and go to the Super Bowl.
All right. Well, I proclaimed what I thought was going to be this year's Super Bowl a couple months ago.
Okay, Kreskin, tell us.
Well, no, I'll save it too.
Oh, okay.
But I sent a text to, the boys and you.
Yeah, but I don't remember 2 months ago. I can't remember last week.
Wow. All right. So let's go over some of the headlines.
Are you still picking Cleveland? Is that it? Is that your hot pick?
Cleveland's going to win a bunch of games this year.
Yeah.
I'm picking, I'm doing the football pool again this year.
Right.
And
I signed up. I'm in.
Yeah. I saw speaking of which, let's get off track. I'm pulling up the list right now. Chip Chipperson. Who in the heck is Chip Chipperson?
That is me. That's my screen name this year, Chip Chipperson.
How'd you get a hold of, make up that one?
Google Chip Chipperson, you'll see.
All right.
Chip's got a podcast.
Maybe you should play some Jeopardy music or something.
Okay, if I was on the right page, I would.
Double P?
Yeah, double P.
I don't even have to finish it. Auto completes it for me. Chip Chipperson. He's a weird guy with glasses.
Yeah. He's actually a character played by comedian Jim Norton.
Lyle
Chip Chipperson.
Lyle?
His first name's Lyle, but everybody calls him Chip. Fuck yeah!
So is it good?
Yeah, like I say, I try to change my screen name every year, and I get tired of having the same screen name, and I was trying to come up with something. I was having a hard time this year, and I was on YouTube, and the first thing that popped up was Chip Chipperson's podcast. I go, that's a good name, Chip Chipperson. I'm going to use Chip Chipperson this year.
I had no idea who he was. What I meant, if that was good, is the podcast good?
Yeah. I watch him on YouTube quite often. He gets comedians and sometimes porn stars and stuff like that. So
I changed my name just like today.
Oh, I haven't looked.
Did you know what the original one was?
I didn't see the commish or
Beast Mode or Zorn or
right.
any of those old ones, Hasselhoff, the ones I used to run.
Is it Sean Alexander Jr.?
Yeah, you got to change with the times, Sly.
Sean Alexander the 7th?
Well, first, when I created the group on Yahoo Sports, I just picked whatever came to mind because I know you can change it
right
anytime.
Yeah, I had to change Chip because I only put one P in the last name and it was supposed to be two, so I had to go back and fix that.
So the first name I picked was Junior the Third.
Junior the Third?
Yeah, because if you listen to Dan Patrick, Daniel P. Patrick, DP Show, he always calls Russell Wilson Jr. the Third.
Uh-huh.
And now he's taken that name and given it to Baker Mayfield Jr. the Third.
Already? He hasn't played a pro game yet.
Yeah, but it's just word games. He does 3 hours every day. So you get a little kooky when you do 3 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's got commercials and he's got a whole staff and
yeah, it's a pretty fun show.
Hmm.
Anyway, so got the pool going and I changed it today to You Mad Bro. In honor of my favorite departed DB.
I hate Richard Sherman so much! I hate Richard Sherman!
Ah!
There she goes.
An Atlanta Falcon fan.
That's right. Oh.
Uh-oh. Not this.
I hope this is the only time we get to play this year.
Well, I'm sure they play San Francisco twice.
Yeah, but not till like December. I think they play them twice in December.
Jimmy G. Cute.
Oh, Jimmy will be out with an STD by the time he plays the Hawks.
Is that an injury that you list on the report?
Yeah. Yeah, what Belichick lists that as?
Probable.
Yeah.
Questionable. Crabtree.
If he's good enough to bareback it, he's good enough to play on Sunday.
So, do you know where Crabtree's at now?
Canada with Johnny Football?
No, he's better than that.
Oh. Okay, you're the best, Richard. Where's crab ass at?
Baltimore.
Oh, they're always looking for receivers.
According to, which one is it, Jim or John Harbaugh? Jim Harbaugh. He has the best hands ever.
Well, John is the Ravens coach, and Jim is the ex-49er coach that's at Michigan.
Yeah, Jimmy. Well, this was said when Crabtree was actually with San Francisco.
Okay, so it was Jimmy that said it?
Yeah, Jimmy said it, and he must have gave John some rave reviews about Crabtree.
I guess John must not have a good...
Scouting department?
Well, no, just have a good opinion of what Richard Sherman thinks.
No one listens to Richard.
Except Richard.
I can't wait to see how this season turns out, man. We got Richard and And, just name anybody else on the defense except Bobby Wagner, and they're somewhere else.
Yeah.
Home
Who?
or away. Home or away, I said.
Yeah.
It's funny how our conversations just morph into weird things that we never planned.
Well, isn't that how a conversation's supposed to go? It's supposed to just free flow and not be planned. And
well, we're supposed to have some sort of itinerary here for the show, but first of all, the pool was, it wasn't on my list of things to talk about.
Yeah.
Sure, maybe, but definitely not Crabtree and whatever we were just talking about there.
Jimmy Garoppolo's STD.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be another ADD show.
Oh, they all are. That's what we like about them.
We threw it together at the last moment, just trying to get it in before the deadline. All right, let's put our football pool to bed. Triple XFL.
Yep, haven't even started yet. First game's tomorrow, so
We got 8 people in and 11 people invited. No, 12. And still got 3 or 4 unsigned players. They're like Earl Thomas.
including Cowboy James.
That's right. I sent that email today. I
saw that.
We're talking about the fool. I thought I was putting it to bed. I sent Cowboy James and everybody the email.
Yeah.
He actually responded. He's the only one that responded.
Oh.
He goes, I'm on vacation right now. I'm going to try to sign up, but it's hard.
They got no. Where's he on vacation in? Thailand?
I have no idea.
They got internet in Thailand, don't they?
I think so.
Yeah, you should be able to get to an internet cafe or something to get signed up.
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Cowboy James. All right. Well, let's go to some headlines. And I already mentioned Earl Thomas. So what do you got to say about that, Sly? Earl Thomas. Sorry?
You again. No more fighting.
ET29 has reported to Seahawks.
I wonder why. Is it possibly he's going to lose $500,000 a week in game checks because he doesn't show up?
$550.
$550
a week.
Yeah, $500,000 a week. He's already racked up $1.6 million in fines that I think he's probably expecting them to waive. If I was them, I'd say, nope, pay up, sucker.
They made your favorite guy, Bam Bam, pay up.
Oh, did they? I didn't know they made Bam Bam pay up.
Yeah, I don't think they waived those fines.
Good. They shouldn't. Guy's supposed to be there for work. In fact, his agent told Schneider at the combine that he was going to be there, and he didn't show. And like I say, Earl's just getting me pissed. He goes on his Twitter today and says that he'd never let down anybody, any of his teammates or the fans or the city or anything like that. He says, but the disrespect has been noted or whatever. Well, hey, Earl, Disrespect Avenue is a two-way street. We also know that you're disrespecting everybody because you have a contract and you're not living up to it, buddy. You don't like it, don't sign it. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what the collective bargaining agreement is that the team can cut you if they want and not have to pay you. That's because the people that run your union suck. You need to get better people in there and get a better collective bargaining agreement. But you signed a contract, you should be in there playing. Period. You're making $8.5 million this year. Go cry poor to somebody else, sucker. I'm tired of it.
You're a hardliner.
Yeah, I think, well,
he did report. He's there for the season.
Yeah, after he missed all of training camp and the OTAs and all this stuff that he was supposed to be at.
He's in good shape. Haven't you seen the videos?
No, I haven't seen the videos. What's he been doing, bowling?
Working out like a maniac.
Bowling with his crown and cape on?
and his Dallas Cowboy T-shirt.
Yeah, that'll get you ready for the season, lifting weights and running in a Dallas Cowboy T-shirt.
They say that Dallas Cowboys offered the Seahawks a second-round pick just within the last couple of days.
One?
Just one. Yeah, just one.
No wonder they didn't take it. I wouldn't take a second-round pick. Look at what the Raiders got for Mac. I know he's a lot younger, but still, they got 2 firsts and was it a third or a fifth for Mac and a second-round pick?
Well,
from Chicago.
I didn't even look at the details. I just knew that they traded for him.
Yeah, it was 2 firsts. It was a first in 2019, a first in 2020, and I think a third round in 2019 for the Raiders' second round pick in 2019 and Mac is what the Bears got.
They said Bears didn't give up much of anything.
I was looking on Twitter and it said that guys tried to do that trade in the Madden 18 or whatever, and it wouldn't let them do it.
That's how bad it was.
That's how bad a trade it was for Chicago. They wouldn't let them do it.
Or Raiders.
Or whoever.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because I think Dan Patrick brought up a good point today. He said, let me get the mic closer to me. I leaned back in my recliner here. DP brought up a good point. He said there have been reports that Green Bay and other teams are trying to make that trade, but they chose the Bears because they thought they'd have, higher picks because how bad the Bears are.
Right.
So that's why they choose. You can choose who you trade to.
Yeah.
Even if it's the same equal deal.
Right.
Here's a scary thought, though. I mean, I already mentioned that.
I'm sure if Cleveland would have offered the same thing, the Raiders would have jumped at it.
Oh, yeah.
Be drafting first for 2 years in a row.
I heard a report that Green Bay tried to get that deal done. And here, I'm looking at 2 web pages here for tonight's show. One is Field Gulls, Gulls.
The Seahawk page.
Yeah, Seahawk page. Is that under the Bleacher Report umbrella or just something else?
I don't know.
Okay. And Daily Snark for some levity.
Yes.
Yeah, levity. And it says here on the Daily Snark that the Rams were aggressively trying to trade for Mac before the Bears made that deal.
Well, that's all they need is another all-pro on that defense.
Dude, they're going to go broke in like one season.
Yeah, they're going for it. They're going for it for the next year or two, and then they're going to, once they got to start paying their quarterback, everybody's going to be gone.
Right, because let's try to remember who they picked up in the offseason, the goddamn Rams. They Brandon Cooks, the receiver.
Yeah, from the Patriots.
They signed Aaron Donald, right?
Yeah, they re-signed him.
Big money there.
Yeah. He was the highest paid defensive player in NFL history for a day until Khalil Mack got traded to the Bears and they paid him more.
And then they signed one of the highest paid defensive players in the league a few years ago.
Ndamukong Suh?
Yeah.
He's still up there. He's still making good money.
Yeah, so they have him, Aaron Donald on the defensive line. They got Brandon Cooks as an additional receiver to that USC guy. What is his name? Robert Smith or something like that?
Yeah, and Cooper Kupp.
And then they got on the back end, they signed Marcus Peters and Aqib Talib.
Yeah, they traded for those 2 guys.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's like a dream team.
They traded Ogilvy or whatever his name was, their good linebacker. They traded him to the Giants. Yeah, but didn't the Eagles try this a few years ago? They went out and tried to get every big free agent and brought them in and was going to make a super team, and didn't they go like 5-11?
Yeah, that's the year backup quarterback Vince Young said, we have the dream team.
Vince Young. I think he's working at Trader Joe's with that guy from the Cosby Show right now.
Ouch. Anyway, so yeah. So the Rams, that's a rumor. The Rams were trying to make that trade. Speaking of the Raiders, here on Daily Snark, it says here that, that guy Bill Simmons, the writer?
Yeah.
And TV host?
He used to work for Jimmy Kimmel's show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a writer for Jimmy Kimmel.
The headline says, Bill Simmons vows to eat a testicle if the Raiders make the playoffs.
Whose testicle? One of Al Davis's?
Does it matter?
Well, Al's been dead quite a while. Yeah, that might matter. If he get a fresher one.
Eat means chew and swallow.
Ugh.
In my book.
Ugh.
Well, what does eat mean in your book?
Uh,
Well, okay, I get it. Yeah, you could go out with a girl and have some takeout and not chew and swallow.
Yeah.
You like how I clean that up?
Yeah. Some fake chow. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, fake chow. Fake chow mein. All right. Well, I guess we talked about the Rams.
Yeah.
Who else?
The Rams. I was listening to Corolla the other day, and on his show that he does a little 2-minute sports section every show with Dave Damashek from NFL Network, and he was talking about the Rams. He says when the Rams wear their throwback uniforms, the blue and gold ones, he wanted Wade Phillips to dress like his dad, Bum, wear the big cowboy hat and all that. Wade's thinking about it. He heard about it and tweeted back to Damashek. He liked the idea. So.
Well, that would get them. They're going to get tons of headlines and tons of coverage already, but that would get even more.
Wade, the big hat. Bum never wore it in the Astrodome though. That was indoors, so he wouldn't wear the hat in there. But
oh, you're really?
Yep, he didn't wear a hat indoors. That's the way he was raised. You don't wear a hat indoors. But
well, damn, he would have probably thrown a fit then about this anthem controversy then.
Yeah. Please.
See how I segued right into that?
These guys wouldn't be playing for Bum.
Sure. You stand or you gone.
Gone, boy.
Spit the chew.
Bum was kind of like the Yogi Berra of football. He had his bum-isms that were good. I remember one time a guy asked Bum, he asked him when Earl Campbell was getting old and slowing down a bit, he goes, what time will Earl Campbell run a mile? And he goes, I don't know if Earl could run a mile. He says, but if it's 4th and a mile, we aren't going to give the ball to Earl. We're throwing the ball. So.
Wow. Yogi Berra-isms?
Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra-isms.
Who's that?
He was a Yankee catcher. He had all those things like baseball's 50% physical and 80% mental or something like that.
Nice.
When you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Nice. These are pretty good.
Yeah, we could do a whole show on Yogi-isms.
Where were we?
We just finished the Rams.
Okay. Let's continue with the, since we're all over the place today, the NFC West.
Okay. Since we're there.
Who's in the NFC West? The Raiders and the Chargers?
That's the AFC West.
Oh, okay. We used to be in that division.
Yeah. Long time ago.
What was the last year we were in the AFC West?
Oh, don't stump me with one of these year questions. For Christ's sakes. 92?
Oh, what?
I don't know.
Like 2000 and 99. We made the playoffs, and we with homegrown's first season, 99. He had John Kitna as quarterback. We played and lost to Dan Marino and the Miami Dolphins. I think
Was that Jimmy Johnson's Miami Dolphins?
I don't know. But that was like 99. I'm trying to refresh my memory, but I don't know exactly. I think it was 2001, actually. It was a couple of years after that we actually switched to the NFC.
I got bullshit on that.
Right. Here, I'll come up with that answer. I can Google it. I have my... I sent you... off topic, Sly. Totally off topic here. I sent you the our all-time record at Mile High, the Seahawks.
Yeah, I saw that. It wasn't very good.
We're 5-21,
Yeah.
but that's this website I go to for all my sports stats.
I'll give you some more yogi-isms while you're looking that up.
All right.
It ain't over till it's over. So yes, Starship stole that from him. It's deja vu all over again. I usually take a 2-hour nap from 1 to 4. Never answer an anonymous letter. I didn't really say everything I said. What else? If people don't want to come out to the ballpark, nobody's going to stop them.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay. So in 2001, the NFC West comprised of St. Louis, San Francisco, New Orleans,
Oh.
Atlanta, and Carolina.
Carolina was in the West? I don't remember that.
They had five. No, besides the realignment happening the next year, that previous year they had 5 teams in every division and only 3 divisions
Right.
per conference. So Carolina went 1-15 that year.
Good old days.
2001 was the last year before realignment. And that year, Oakland won the division at 10-6, and Seattle was 9-7. The last year as an AFC team.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And we missed the playoffs.
So you missed the playoffs by 1 game.
Evidently, let me see. Seattle 9-7.
Well, if Oakland was 10-6, if you'd have been 10-6 and Oakland had been 9-7, you'd have been in the playoffs.
Well, the 6th seed was Jets. That's 10-6.
Yeah.
Anyway, so 2002 was the first year we were in the NFC.
That's the year the Raiders went to the Super Bowl and got killed, wasn't it?
Let me check it out.
I think Tampa Bay. It was either 02 or 03.
The AFC Championship game. New England beat Pittsburgh. Deja vu.
Oh.
And then St. Louis beat Philly.
I thought that was 2001. That was the year of 9/11.
Oh, you're talking 2002?
Yeah.
Your first year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking 2001.
Oh.
New England beat St. Louis
Yeah.
by that kick. The following year, 2002, Tampa killed Oakland.
Yeah.
48-21. John Gruden inherited Tony Dungy's team and beat the Raiders. Got some revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Snake always tells me the story about how Gruden was still good friends with the quarterback for Oakland. I think it was Rich Gannon.
Gannon?
So it's like he's hanging out with him, or they were having beers. I don't know. Somehow Gannon had a few beers, and Gruden was talking to him on the phone, or I don't know, hanging out with him. But he got Gannon to say that, oh yeah, we haven't changed our checkdowns since you were here.
Uh-huh.
Or not check downs, but like checkoffs or
Audibles.
That's it, audibles. And so Gruden took that to the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they look like they knew what was coming.
They picked him off like 4 or 5 times.
two or three of them got run back for touchdowns. Brooks got one, and that DB that was the MVP got one. And
That's right. All right, let's get back to the Daily Snark and check out some headlines. Because we got to get to our...
Now, a Sly and Rob exclusive.
Yeah? What kind of exclusive?
Whatever you were going to read.
So you know that Le'Veon Bell is holding out. Also.
Again, every year he does it.
He decided not to report at all this week because they're playing the Browns.
Yeah, I saw that.
He wants to save himself
For marriage.
for the good teams.
Oh, is that... Well, according to you, Cleveland is a good team.
Oh, yeah. I picked them to beat Pittsburgh this first weekend.
Really?
Yes.
You're the sucker who's going to take that bet.
Oh, yeah.
And when they lose 45-6, you're going to say, "What was I thinking?"
Really?
Yes.
45-6?
No, it'll be closer than that.
I'm going to pull up the schedule here right now and see where they're playing. It's at Cleveland, 10 a.m.
Cleveland over the last 4 years has lost. I can't remember what the stat was, but a lot of close games.
Yeah.
But I think part of it is that they get so far behind that they just get in catch-up mode, and the other team's playing prevent defense, and at the end of the game they score a couple of touchdowns and make it like a 6-point game or something. But their defense isn't bad. Their defense is good, is respectable. I don't have a problem with their defense. It's just that their offense has been so horrid for the last forever. They haven't had a quarterback. So if are they starting Baker or are they starting Tyrod?
Tyrod Taylor was named the starter weeks ago.
Oh, see, I don't watch the Hard Knocks or any of that crap. So.
I see. Yeah, so bank on that. Cleveland will beat Pittsburgh this weekend.
Okay. I got you on tape saying that, so I can pull it if it's a blowout.
Pull it.
Pull the tape.
You know, everybody thinks Pittsburgh's going to be great every year, but they have this, it's like a soap opera.
Their defense is not what it used to be. Since LeBeau left, they have not been a very good defense.
Well, they have the ex-Seahawk coaching them now, Keith Butler.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Chris Richard. I thought he was in Dallas.
Yeah, Richard's in Dallas, dude. No, Keith Butler, the 80s Seahawk guy.
I still don't think they have that very good. Ever since they lost him and they lost Polamalu, the defense has been going downhill.
Well, even their offense kind of sucks.
Yeah,
you know,
they don't
have to be there. Antonio Brown is a diva.
Well, they throw the ball all the time, too much. I think.
Big Ben is past his prime.
I think if old man Rooney were alive, he'd have died. He'd have had a heart attack watching him throw the ball as much as they do. They were a ground and pound team back in the day.
Ground and pound. All right. So I don't see too many things on Daily Snark headlines that are any good, except for the Seahawk headlines.
Well, then let's skip to those.
All right.
What's so good about the Seahawk headlines?
Seahawk headlines on dailysnark.com. The one-armed bandit is that's Shaquem Griffin, by the way.
Oh, I thought they were talking about slot machines.
Yeah, the one-armed bandit is gonna start for the Seahawks this Sunday
Go Hawks.
against Denver.
Cool. I like him. He's fast and he hits people. That's what you want in a linebacker.
Right. Remember when I was doubting him because how can you tackle professional football players with one hand?
He seems to get it done.
He had the most tackles during the preseason.
And didn't he have like 13 in the first game or something against the Colts?
Something crazy.
He had like 6 in a row in the second or third quarter.
Yeah, he was a remarkable draft pick, and so was our punter.
Yes. The one that Denver made fun of us for taking.
That's right. Can you name our punter?
Dixon.
Eric Dixon?
No, Michael Dixon, isn't it? No, what is his name?
Michael, yeah.
Is it Michael?
I
Yeah.
think so.
The Aussie.
He kicks in weird ways.
Yeah, he can hit the ball 60 yards and he's not even extending his leg all the way out. He's just like, it looks like he's pooching it. This thing's going 60 yards in the air.
And they say he can put weird spins on him, too.
Yeah,
Like
make
a
him
curveball.
bounce and go out of bounds, or pin the guys on the sideline. Yeah, mark my words, that 5th round draft pick is not going to be wasted.
Yeah, I sent you a text this last week that Denver actually, they know so much about what they're drafting, what they're doing, that they cut half of their draft class this year.
Yeah.
And they laughed at the Seahawks.
Well, like I say, the Seahawks traded up with Denver in the 5th round to get this punter. But just 3 years earlier, the Denver Broncos traded up into the 1st round with the Seahawks to draft Paxton Lynch, quarterback from Memphis.
Oh, there you go. He
What-
got cut.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, what happened to Paxton Lynch this year?
Come on, Denver, you motherfuckers.
Hey, Elway, this is for you.
It's over, Johnny. It's over!
Time to get shit canned, Johnny. Then he spends all his money on Case Keenum. He's had one good year. That was with Minnesota.
Right, but he used to be able to beat the Seahawks, too, when he was with the Rams.
Yeah, but he was still a backup. He's still a backup quarterback, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah. IMO, in my opinion. You know, I'm not going to be able to get these Griffin brothers straight. I
Yeah.
still don't know who's who.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Shaq
guy-
and Shaquem and Shaquille.
Yeah, but they call one Shaq, but they both have Shaq in their name.
Yeah,
I think Shaquem is the new guy.
yeah. You just got to look at the numbers they're wearing.
Yeah, but if we're talking about, I'm looking at.
Just look at their hands. See who's got 2 and who's got 1.
But yeah, but I'm.
That's the
looking
new
at
guy's got 1.
I switched to the field goals website now, and they say Shaquem Griffin or Shaquille, and without a photo, so I don't know who they're talking about. It says here, Shaquem Griffin appears in Colin Kaepernick's new Nike ad.
Well, that's got to be the new guy, the one with 1 hand. They don't want his brother.
Who cares about his brother?
No, nobody cares. Nobody but Seahawks fans.
All right, so yeah, field goals. The headlines here. Earl Thomas returns to practice on Wednesday.
Hello, Earl.
Seahawks are granted a roster exemption. It says here, Shaquem Griffin confirmed to start in place of KJ Wright, who had knee surgery. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew he got his knee scoped, and they
Right.
doubted he was going to be back for the first game. I don't know about the second or third game, but
We don't need him till game number 3.
who's game number 3? Rams?
Yawn there, but I'm not quite sure. The first week is Denver. Week number 2 is Chicago Bears.
Duh, Bears. That's a Monday night game.
That's right. And I have a point about that. It's like the Bears get Sunday night this weekend with Green Bay and Monday night the following week. Why are the Bears on prime time?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Duh, Bears.
All right. So should I look up their schedule or just skip it?
No, just skip it.
Yeah. So we should be able to beat Denver and the Bears, right?
You would hope.
Yeah, we're not as good, right?
They're both road games, though.
Yep, 2 straight road games. Here's the headline. It says, will Earl Thomas play versus Denver?
No.
Pete Carroll says, we'll let you know.
Game 3, home against the Cowboys.
Oh, that's right. Our home opener.
Yes.
Cowboys.
Cowboy James will be torn. He'll be singing that song, Torn Between Two Lovers.
He'll be creaming in his jeans. So we had to place a couple of players on IR this last week.
Go tell. Who's that?
My boy J.D. Kissick.
Oh.
McKissick.
Yeah, the running back.
Yeah, number 21. Little fast guy. So now we have to rely on Procise to not get hurt.
Yeah, that's asking a lot.
Yeah, I think our running backs consist of, but not. I'll stop there.
Limited to.
Limited to. We got Chris Carson,
Right.
CJ Procise, and Mike Davis, I think, made it.
Rashard Penny.
Oh, Rashard Penny. He's supposed to be back, too.
Yeah.
Cool. We have a new backup quarterback, Brett Hundley.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me. I thought they liked both Davis and Magoo.
Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, Mr. Magoo.
So I think they cut Austin Davis and put
Yes.
Magoo on the practice squad.
No, they had to cut him first, and I don't know, did they get him back?
Yeah, they got him on the practice squad.
Okay, well, that's what they wanted. They didn't want anybody to pick him up, so.
Yeah, he was a 7th round pick,
Yeah.
which is the last round.
I remember, though, before the draft, I was listening to NFL radio on my Sirius XM, and they were talking to the Jim Miller and Pat, what's his name, Kerwin, were interviewing Phil Simms, and they were asking him about the quarterback prospects, and they said, besides the big names, who do you? And he goes, I've watched film on them all, and they're all got problems. He says, but the one kid that can really spin it is this kid from South Florida, Magoo. He says he can really put some zip on the ball. He's got a good arm. He's accurate, and he's mobile too. He says he really just jumped off the film at me. And then the Seahawks picked him in the 7th round. I go, I know that guy. Phil Simms was talking about him.
He has some pretty cool tats too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Got some ink?
Tatted up. Yeah.
Jailhouse tats?
No, just forearm kind of stuff. He
I'm just a big fan of the tat world.
well, with a name like Magoo, he probably felt like he had to get some ink.
I wonder if he's got Mr. Magoo tattooed on him somewhere.
I doubt that.
You know who did the voice for Mr. Magoo?
Who?
I believe it was Jim Backus. Thurston Howell III from Gilligan's Island was the voice of Mr. Magoo.
Well, you just might have to pull that up on YouTube.
I will. See if we got any Mr. Magoo videos. Dun, 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 dun.
Dude, I can see how these people talk about football all day. I mean, we're just gone through a couple of different topics and it's, been an hour or whatever. This could last forever.
Yeah. Mr. Magoo.
Gilligan?
Well, I've been expecting this. Rutgers College Alumni Dinner Dance. Oh,
That
dance.
sounds
Oh,
like
that's
him.
right up my alley. Twinkle Toes Magoo, they call me.
Twinkle Toe.
My. It's been a long time since I've danced.
He even looks like Jim Backus.
But maybe I
Mr.
should
Magoo.
brush up a bit. By George, that's what I'll do. Take a brush-up course in dancing and be the dandy of your ball.
Our new
Here
VIP.
we are.
It helps
Our
when you can see the
Carl
cartoon.
Murphy's Dance Studio.
And it's actually a
I'll be the envy
gymnasium.
of my classmates.
Al Manny's gym he's going
Oh, how do
into.
you do, madam? Magoo's the name. I would like to join your cotillion to improve my terpsichorean endeavors.
What? Well, here we go again.
Okay, that's enough of Mr. Magoo.
All right, enough of.
He's just on the practice squad. We don't need to play his whole cartoon.
Okay, we talked about the running backs. We talked about the quarterbacks, evidently. What about our receivers? What do you think about Brandon Marshall?
He's a big kid.
Big kid.
He's not even a kid anymore. He's a big old guy. They always this coaching staff always loves big receivers. Remember Big Mike Williams and
Yeah, BMW.
they like big guys for possession receivers. They got Angry Doug and Lockett that can get down the field a bit. So
Doug is hurt though.
yeah, but he's supposed to be back for the first game, isn't he?
Yeah, I heard a interview or a quote from him that said he doesn't expect to be 100% this entire season.
Huh? It's that bad, huh?
Evidently, I don't know what's wrong.
Well, we got little mini Doug. He made the team,
Tyler?
didn't he?
Who? David Moore?
No, the quarterback.
Keenan Reynolds?
Yeah, didn't he make the team?
A practice squad.
Oh, he's on the practice squad.
Yeah, he got cut, but he was that quarterback from where?
Navy, yeah. Didn't he lead the NCAA in touchdowns or something?
Probably.
They ran the option at Navy when he was there, so he ran the triple option. So he could be, they could do some flanker reverse passes like the Steelers used to do with Antoine Randall L., who used to be a quarterback in college.
Right. So he's in development.
Okay.
But yeah, they didn't keep that many. I'm going to try to listen here. Of course, Brandon Marshall, Angry Doug, Tyler Lockett. And I'm faltering already. The guy I want to get to is like 7th round Division II wide receiver David Moore. They kept him.
They cut Darbo.
Yeah, he got signed by the Patriots and cut by the Patriots.
Wasn't he like a 3rd round pick, Darbo?
Yeah, they missed on him.
Yeah.
Stupid Michigan player. So I named like 4 of them. How many can you name?
2 more. Well, I can't name the other 2. I named 3 to start with, the same 3 you got. Well, let me cheat here.
They cut the ex-Husky Stringfellow.
Yeah, he had some big plays for him.
And what happened to that guy last year that we got rid of, and even Cleveland cut him? He was a star in preseason. Where'd he go?
I don't know where he went. I know he went to Cleveland, but I don't know where he went from there. Let's see. We got Angry Doug. We got Jaron Brown.
Oh yeah, the Cardinals kid.
Yeah.
He's fast. He's good too. He's feisty.
He's feisty. Yeah. Brandon Marshall, 6'5", 232.
What are you looking at? Seahawks.com?
Seahawks roster. Yeah.
Okay.
Except it's in alphabetical order and not by position. David Moore.
My guy, yeah.
That's it.
Worth mentioning, at least.
Here's
right.
Reserve injured, and they don't have any wide receivers there.
Okay, let's talk about the defense.
Okay. They got Byron Maxwell's on injured reserve.
You're right. That was the second guy I was going to mention after the other guy, J.D. McKissick. Now, you and I are a fan of Byron.
Yeah. He's always played well for the Seahawks. It's when he goes elsewhere that he has problems.
Philly and Miami.
Miami, yeah. He comes back to Seattle. He plays good. He must like our system.
Yeah, so evidently he's been some sort of leg injury, hamstring or something that kept him out the entire preseason. So they put him on IR, and he's not able to come back until week 8, I think, half the season.
Oh, here's the practice squad if you want to hear who's on the practice squad.
Well, I've already read it. You can read it for our fans if you want.
Lavon Coleman, running back from Washington.
Like the Huskies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Frank Heron, defensive tackle, LSU. Brandon Jackson, defensive end, Texas Tech. Akeem King, cornerback from San Jose State. Marcus Lucas, tight end from Missouri. There's Alex Magoo, quarterback, Florida International. Elijah Nakasa,
Okay.
tackle from Toledo. He's a Rocket, Toledo Rockets.
Toledo, Washington?
Yeah, Toledo, man. Keenan Reynolds, wide receiver from Navy. Jordan Ruse, a guard from Purdue.
Yep.
And Caleb Scott, wide receiver from Vanderbilt.
Yeah, that was the white guy, number 10.
Yeah. He made the practice squad.
Yep. All right. Defense. Who knows? You know, D linemen are a dime a dozen. But we don't have Michael Bennett or Cliff Averill anymore.
No. But they did just activate Deion Jordan, didn't they?
Yeah, he was supposed to be ready for the regular season. Even though he hasn't played at all.
You know who I was happy made the squad?
Who?
Puna Ford, defensive tackle from Texas. The guy's 5'11", 310, the run stuffer.
5'11" and 310.
He's got arms of like a 6'7" guy, but he's 5'11".
He must look like a gorilla.
He's like Ivan.
Ivan.
We'll call him Ivan. He's tough.
What store was that?
What is that?
What store was that again?
BNI.
BNI.
Tacoma. No, but he made the club. He was a non-drafted free agent out of Texas.
Ivan. Who else?
Let's see. On defense, I don't know on the line.
That's right. You're not reading groups. You're reading alphabetical order, right?
Well, so, Big Frank hasn't played much, so
Frank Clark.
Yeah, Frank. We got to have a big year out of Frank Clark as defensive end. He's got to get to the QB.
Yeah. Well, let's skip over the D line. We have.
There's some good fast linebackers.
Jaron Reed, the Alabama guy.
I thought we were skipping over the line.
Well, I was just going to say we have Reed and we have
Nazir Jones
and Deion, what's his face?
Jordan.
Yeah. So linebackers, KJ is hurt. We got Bobby Wagner. I don't know who's on
Barcavius Mingo.
Oh, Mingo, he made the team.
Yeah.
From Cleveland.
Via the Colts.
Okay. Yeah, and he looks awfully skinny.
Yeah, but he's fast. That's what they like.
And we already talked about how Shaquem is going to start in place of KJ Wright this weekend, the one-armed bandit. And then the secondary.
Well, you got Shaquille, his brother, starting at left corner now for Richard Sherman.
Our new Legion of Boom.
That's right.
We're missing the boom, though.
The Legion of whom?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got a Griffin on one corner, and they're not going to start Trey Flowers, the rookie.
Is he going to come in and play slot stuff or like that, play nickel?
Then they have Coleman for that.
Mm.
But they picked up some dude in a trade. I think they're going to start this Sunday. Dante Johnson, I think. I'm not looking at anything. I'm just trying to...
Don Johnson?
Yeah, Don Johnson.
Heartbeat.
This is off the top of my head.
There's a Dante Johnson, a cornerback from North Carolina State. 5 years in the league.
I think he's going to start.
Dante. Let me click on him and see what his bio says. He's got a little Jerry Rice Fifi. Oh, he played... who did he play with last year? 49ers.
There you go.
There you go. He's played his first 4 years with the 49ers.
Maybe some of that 49er magic will rub off on our team.
2 interceptions in 4 years. But one of them was last year. 50-yard return.
Nice. And our safeties, Earl, Tedrick Thompson.
Earl's not going to play the first week, I don't think.
They'll probably put him out there and he'll get hurt. Yeah, they got a couple of new guys that they actually drafted a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that they've been waiting to. Well, somebody, they got a little work last year when Cam was out.
Oh, Bradley McDougald. Number 34?
McDougall is 30.
30. Yeah, Tedrick Thompson is 33. So I think those are the 2 starters for Sunday. We'll see what happens. Anyway, enough of the Seabass. How can we skip over Seabass?
Yeah. The big left footer.
Snake Stabler calls him the not MGD, that's a beer, but the GHB, the drug. That's what he got in trouble for years ago.
Oh, really? Back.
Yeah, we need
Roofies? We're just calling him Roofie.
Yeah, call him Roofie. We need Snake here to fill us in on Seabass.
Go Hawks.
And
Oops.
You're playing some music?
I hit the wrong button. I was trying to hit the Hawk screech.
Yeah, so earlier today, speaking of Snake, I asked him for his NFL predictions.
Mm-hmm. Pick the Raiders?
He's totally unhappy with
the Khalil Mack deal?
Yeah, and the way things are going in Oakland.
He's not a Gruden guy?
Well, let me check my text messages here. And I'll let you know what was said. I gave him a poll question because I heard it on DP.
Double penetration?
Yeah. Would you rather have Khalil Mack or John Gruden? He said Khalil Mack. He said he liked Del Rio. He just needed a better offensive coordinator.
It's outstanding.
And when I asked him about his predictions, he said, well, I'll save it. If we remember, we'll come back to his Super Bowl prediction. But he did pick Oakland to win the West.
Jesus H. Christ.
All right. New England, Jacksonville, Baltimore, and the Chargers. No, hold on. He picked Oakland, New England, Jacksonville, and Baltimore. Wow, Baltimore.
You want to be different.
Chargers and Steelers as wild card.
So he's got no Houston, no Indianapolis.
Well, Indy's going to suck, dude.
Yeah. I think Houston's going to be good, though. No Tennessee. Tennessee made the playoffs last year.
Right.
Kansas City. He's got the Chargers over Kansas City.
Well, yeah, they have that first-year quarterback.
Yeah, but
second year, but first year starting. All right, I think we made it to the point where, we talk about what we think is going to happen.
Okay.
What do you think? Well, first of all, let's go over a couple of more headlines before we get to that.
Real quick, we're pushing 10 o'clock here, so.
Yeah, it's really, really quick. Russell Wilson Jr. III is on the cover of the Wheaties box.
Go Hawks.
Wilson.
Wheaties.
All right, so we've already talked about how Khalil Mack went to the Bears.
The Bears. They're
And
all nuts.
I mentioned how the Bears get the first 2 weeks, they get Sunday night football and then Monday night football.
Right.
That means the very first 2 weeks of the season, Russell Wilson has to face Von Miller
And Khalil Mack.
and Khalil Mack.
Well, they play the Raiders anyway, so he'd have had to face Khalil Mack later in the year. So
That's
In
right.
London.
We play them in London.
in jolly old England, I actually looked into getting tickets for that. It's at Wembley Stadium.
You wanted to go?
It's a story. It's a story for another podcast. I have a credit with United Airlines I have to use up by next March, so
Okay, we'll save that for next week.
we'll save that for next week.
And my notes here say that Broncos week 1, Broncos laughed at the Seahawks when we moved up in the draft for a punter. They cut half of their draft class this year. They cut Paxton Lynch. And you already mentioned that Case Keenum did not look very good at all for a preseason.
No, like I say, but he's the best they got. They cut everybody else.
But they do have that Oregon running back as a starter now, Royce Freeman.
Yeah, Rolls Royce.
Rolls-Royce. Hawks are 5-21 in Denver at Mile High Stadium.
Yeah, but look at when the last time they played him there was.
Rusty has never played them in Denver.
It's true.
Never played at Denver.
We're 1-0 against them in the Meadowlands, or whatever they call MetLife Stadium,
Right.
where it counts.
Oh, our big tight end signee from the season, Ed Dixon from Oregon too.
Yeah, he's on the non-reserve or non-football injury reserve or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's going to take him like 6 weeks to make it back to the team.
Yeah, what the fuck did he do? Fall down or something? Fall downstairs?
I don't know.
Reserve / non-football injury.
That's right. We traded for, or I don't know. Yeah. Let me backtrack here. The Raiders, I think, traded this to the Seahawks, a Cougar safety, Shalom Luani.
Say what?
Yeah, Shalom.
Shalom? Isn't that
Jewish.
No. Yeah, it is. Shuli. Shalom.
Jewish greeting. Shalom Luani from the
I'm looking for him.
played for the Cougs. He's a second-year guy. Safety. They'll probably
There he
do
is.
that, though.
Number 24 from the Cougs.
Oh, our an ex-guard that signed as a free agent with Tampa Bay makes the team. J.R. Sweezy, he's back.
Yeah. Probably be starting in a couple of weeks.
Hopefully. So captains for the Seahawks. Russell Wilson Jr. the third,
That's right.
Bobby Wagner, Seabass, and Nico Thorpe.
Seabass.
Yeah, Sebastian
Janikowski.
Janikowski, Seabass.
Just because he's a kicker, he's a special teams captain.
All right, and ex-Seahawk in my notes here that was actually cut by the Lions, Deshaun Shedd.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't try to bring him back in.
Sam Darnold named Jets starter.
Saw that.
All right, before we get to our predictions, let's do this one last thing. NFL Network does every week, even during the summer, I think, they do the NFL Power Rankings.
Okay.
Who do you think's number one?
Oh, it's got to be the Eagles or the Patriots.
You're right, the Eagles.
Eagles.
But they suck, dude. Have you seen them? They got beat by Cleveland.
Yeah, I haven't watched a whole lot of preseason except for the Seahawks.
Yeah. I picked Atlanta to beat the Eagles tomorrow night.
I'm still considering that, but I'm leaning towards Atlanta.
Okay. So Eagles are number
Drop
one.
a big shit bomb on the Eagles celebration party.
Yeah, I think they're not even gonna make the playoffs this year. Eagles.
I don't know. They're in a pretty weak division. Washington, Dallas,
Giants.
Giants will make it? Oh, come on. Give me a break.
Giants are gonna win the division.
The Giants won like 3 games last year. They picked second in the draft.
You want to bet on this?
Yeah, I'll bet you the Giants don't make the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
$1 bet.
$1. Randolph?
We're going to save our bets. We might have many of them before this podcast is over.
Awesome! Totally awesome!
The Eagles, I say the Eagles won't make the playoffs, and Giants win the division. Have you seen how horrible Nick Foles looks? He has the same stats as our Mr. Magoo for the Seahawks.
Yeah, but he's only going to be in there for like 3 weeks, and then Wentz will be back.
With a broken knee. He's going to suck too. Eagles did it with smoke and mirrors last year.
Well, don't you remember what the Eagles looked like going into the playoffs with Foles? They looked like the worst offensive team in football, and then they just burned it up in the playoffs and Super Bowl.
Are you trying to support my argument?
Well, I'm just saying, and the preseason could be just like those last 3 or 4 games of the regular season last year, and as soon as the season starts, they can be right back to what they were in the playoffs.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's 4 months worth. Why not? All right, number 2. And granted here, the NFL power rankings, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 4 teams are NFC. Eagles, Rams,
Falcons,
Saints, Vikings.
Really? They got those Saints and Vikings both ahead of the Falcons.
Right. And then
Patriots.
The AFC. Patriots, Jagoffs, the Jacksonville Jagoffs, Steelers, and then the Falcons.
Could you imagine where Jacksonville would be if they had Russell Wilson at quarterback? They wouldn't have drafted the punter in the 3rd round, and they'd have drafted Russell Wilson.
Dude, they would have like 3 Super Bowls by now.
So they would have at least, they'd have probably won it last
2.
year. They'd have won it last year. I'll give them that.
So 1, 2, 3,
and they
4,
would be up at number 1 or 2 in that power ranking this year.
The Falcons are number 8. Evidently, the Falcons are high on your list.
I thought they came off the Super Bowl loss. They made the playoffs again. They beat the Rams in LA. Then they went to Philly. I thought they were going to beat Philly, and like I say, Philly just got hot and beat them. But I think they were a better team last year than Philly was. So,
well, yeah, I picked Falcons to go to the Super Bowl last year. I mean, like the later on prediction, like when the playoffs started.
Yeah,
Falcons should have done it. They would have lost again, though, to New England. That's what I think.
And Minnesota, they've got a good team, but they just, they shit the bed against Philly in that championship game. They just got killed.
That's right.
So that's why I say, like, I've got opinions on who's going to win all the divisions and stuff, but as far as who's going to beat who in the playoffs, I got no goddamn clue.
Well, yeah, no one knows. We're just speculating, dude
person.
Yeah, so I named the top 8 teams. Now I'm going to name the bottom 5.
Okay.
Colts. This is from bottom up.
Oh, so the Colts are 32nd?
Yeah, number 32.
Wow.
Then the Buffalo Bills. from playoff team to second to last. And of course, these things mean nothing. They're all speculation. But Colts, Bills, Browns, Jets, Buccaneers, Seahawks.
I think all these teams' percentage of winning the Super Bowl, chance of winning the Super Bowl is
0.0.
You
do know that I mentioned Seahawks there.
Yeah, I did. I heard that. I texted you today that I saw that their percentage chance of winning the Super Bowl was like 0.07. It wasn't Dallas 1.7?
1.55
or 1.55. I go, why the hell's Dallas above Seattle?
Yeah, Dallas is like 22. Seahawks are 27.
Yeah, I think that's going to change.
They rank the Cardinals above us.
With a rookie quarterback.
And the Dolphins, again, above us.
Oh, God, the Dolphins. What about
Bengals, Broncos, Niners, Lions.
Oh, good. A lot of people are going to get to eat some big shit burgers at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I wanted to bring it up, because we were so low. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Our predictions. And then this show is over.
The show is over?
It's bedtime.
Yes, it's past my bedtime. So I'm going to predict. You want my Super Bowl prediction? Okay, I'll give you my Super Bowl prediction. Because the AFC is so weak.
Yes.
I got to take New England to get back there again. Even though they got a lot of question marks. I don't see who's gonna dethrone them. Maybe Houston's the only team. If that quarterback stays healthy this year, I think they've got a shot. Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to take Houston in the Super Bowl.
I thought you said New England.
Well, but you get sick of taking New England every year. Okay. I think Houston can beat them if the quarterback stays healthy.
You know who plays who this Sunday?
No.
Houston and New England.
Oh, good. Well, a good chance to see. So I'm going to take Houston in the AFC, and in the NFC, I'm going to take I'm not going to take the Rams.
Atlanta, you're going to take.
I was thinking about Atlanta. I was thinking about the Vikings.
With Kirk D. Cousins?
Yeah, with Cousins. It's between Atlanta and the Vikings. I'm going to take Atlanta, over the Vikings. So that's so I'm going to have Atlanta and Houston in the Super Bowl. And I will take Houston over Atlanta in the Super Bowl. How about that one?
So you think Deshaun Watson will do what Russell Wilson did in his second year and win the Super Bowl?
Win a Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
His first full year.
Now, I was totally impressed with Deshaun Watson. Everybody was, and I don't know if he can do it so soon.
Yeah, we'll see.
We both saw him up close and personal against the Seahawks.
Yeah. Shit, they put up, 35 or something on Seattle?
Yeah, something huge.
So every time he went back to pass, somebody was wide open down the field. He just throw it up there as 6.
You know, at this point, I actually as a favorite team, I kind of like Houston more than Jacksonville, but.
Yeah, I forgot about Jacksonville, but I just don't think Bortles
can do it.
Can get them over the hump. I don't think their defense is as good as the 2000 Ravens, where they can just carry the team and just run the ball and let the defense score you one touchdown and don't make any turnovers and they'll win the game.
Yeah, even last year's Seahawks, they almost beat them by like 1 or 2 play drives.
Yeah. They
would break down their defense somehow, and Russell would throw a bomb to Richardson or Doug Baldwin, and we would score. But we had our problems last year, so we couldn't finish the deal. But that was last year. Jacksonville has been a favorite team of mine for a long time, but I kind of find their new guys irritating. Loudmouth BSers, right? Like Jalen Ramsey and those guys. Just like Richard Sherman was a few years ago.
I was going to say, this girl needs to start her own little I hate Jalen Ramsey rant now.
Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah.
Hey, Richard Sherman,
you heard about the story.
Hey, Richard Sherman!
I heard about which Jalen Ramsey story?
Ramsey talking about how bad the quarterbacks were in the NFL.
Yeah.
In GQ.
Yep. And he's running his mouth.
Yeah. See if he can back it up. Anyway, so a couple of months ago, I sent a text to you and Eddie and the boys that the Rams were going to play the Jagoffs in the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl?
Yeah. And the Rams will win.
That could be.
And I hate the fucking Rams. Eddie, I hate the Rams. He always sends me texts about the Rams.
Well, I think before the Seahawks, the Rams were the close, were, I guess the 49ers and Raiders were actually closer, but the Rams were a big West Coast team. So that's, when we were growing up as youngsters, the Rams were a lot of people's favorite team up here before the Seahawks came to be.
Bless his heart.
Bless his heart. Okay, we're over and done with, dude.
We all love Tim Tebow.
You said Houston and
Atlanta.
And I said Rams and
Jacksonville. And we'll probably both be wrong on all four of them.
Whatever. If you had to pick a dark horse on this outro, who would you pick?
You don't think Houston's a dark horse?
A wild shot. Wild card.
A wild child? Let me think about that for a second. Boom, boom. I don't know. Would the Saints be a wild child?
Niners would be.
Niners would be. I'm not taking them. I don't think they're going to win that many games. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Yeah, I don't like taking them. I hate Smiley.
Yeah, I don't like Carolina nor the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Let's skip the wild child.
I don't see Cincinnati or Cleveland or
Cleveland.
That's your wild child.
Cleveland will have 6 wins this year.
I don't see the Chargers. I don't see the Chiefs. I don't see the Raiders. Denver getting to the Super Bowl.
Picking Chargers, dude.
That's because they were kind of like the Seahawks last year. They lost 2 or 3 games because of their kicker, and they'd have made it to the playoffs if they had a good kicker. But there's a lot of those games that they could have lost to very easily that they did win. So they're one of those teams that they could either be 3-13 or 13-3 very easily. So, but I think they'll end up about the same as they were, 9-7, 8-8, something like that.
And there you have it, people.
There you have it.
Rob predictions
on Pro Football.
NFL Babble Show.
NFL Babble On.
Babylon. It's just fun to play it back the year after.
Yeah, and see how stupid we were.
At the end of the
See how stupid we really were.
Okay, so we're doing this on a Wednesday. We're not going to do a show this weekend.
Probably not. I got to work Sunday. I'll be off in time to see the Seahawks game, but I don't feel like editing on Sunday, so.
Right, so this will be it.
This will be it till for a week and a half, or maybe we'll start doing the shows on Wednesdays. I don't know.
All right.
Woohoo!
Good night, Sly.
Good night, Rob. Good night, Ed B.